Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of One Take. So, you know what the hardest part of change is? The change. Duh. The change is the hardest part, and it's not our fault. It's our brain's fault, which kind of makes it our fault too. But let's focus on the brain because we can point fingers at it. The reality is that no matter how much has changed in our world and as a species for us over thousands and thousands of years, our brains haven't changed a whole lot. Our brains still process things in two sort of simple things. One is the whole fight or flight thing. You hear about it all the time. It's a natural response. And the other is, I'm just going to chill right here. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to be lazy. I'm going to conserve energy for when I need to fight and flight or fight, whatever. The brain still thinks that we either have to run for our lives or we have to chase down and beat up our food in order to get it. And unless there's a long line for pub subs here in Florida, neither one of those is necessarily needed anymore. However, our brain still thinks it is. And so our natural response is to default to where we're at, what we do, what we know. Well, the reality is, as we're all aware, that ain't how life works anymore. There's so much change, there's so much progress in our world that we have to convince ourselves, we have to convince our brains that it needs to not sort of default back to that laziness or default back, maybe lazy is mean, but default back to what we know and stick with that. And that's really our challenge as humans and as business professionals is to convince our brain to tell ourselves that we need to focus on the change. The change is a good thing. That evolution of our processes, evolution of our world, how we do things, our teams, our structures, whatever it is natural because all of that has gotten us to where we are today as a company, as an individual, as a species, regardless of what our lazy ass brain wants to do. So remember, the next time you're addressing something or you're thinking about a problem or you're looking for solutions, remind your brain that it needs to get the hell out of your way because you have change to do.